1-2, check Chuffing 1-2. Hi, you're with Scott. I'm Ganjikidd. It's midnight. It's always midnight. This is the second half of the big stream with the wishes. My friend just turned up, knocked on the window. It's the second half of the big stream. Yep, I got you. I can hear. The chat is still open, so that should still be open. Second half of the stream then. So let's pick this up. For some reason, my session is reading 00 viewers 0000. Thank you, Twitch, but I know that it's working. So just let me reload that. Okay, I reload it. Yeah, it's working. Okay, good. Close chat, open up chat, pop out chat, put chat back where it's supposed to go. Change the chat, because now it doesn't say the chat anymore, but it should say the chat. There it is. And then move it so that the chat is where it needs to go. And we are back in the room. We are back in the room. We are actually on top of...
Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this.
On top of the world. Or we will be when we get Candace. We're on top of the world here. Out in the desert. Just, we back, exactly, we back. It was only a little, like my mate turned up and it's okay, it's fine for them to turn up unannounced. I'm not cross. In fact, I told him he could come anytime, you know, just drop in. In the future, I'll try and line up a second camera and have it so that when people drop in, I can say, do you want to just sit in on stream for a bit and we'll have a chat? They might not want to, but they can. Like, but for now, I just turned it off. We had a little chat, you know, just had to see my mate for a bit. These things happen. It's cool. It's the real world. There's no do not disturb sign on my door. He was quite tired, actually. Quite tired. He's got a young child, so... been quite tired. Look at the lovely light. Look at all this. This thing seemed perfect. That's right, Amber. That's what we were waiting for. Very good. Well done, Amber. Well done, Amber. Right. I'm going to go straight into it, then. We've done all we need to do. We've lined it all up. We've done the tweet. We've done the tweet. We've done the... obligatory tweet. We're ready to do this. I do feel quite on edge. I don't think I'm going to do them in... Let's have a look at the history. Favonian Warbow and then a Sharpshooter's Oath. So we're on 10. Basically, straight up pity. Before wishing, you sure you don't want Venti? This is a good point. This is a good point. I mean, I'm really, really impressed with his skills. I think out of the characters that we've met along the way, he's been quite an interesting one. I wasn't impressed when he fell over and lost his Gnosis. And he's been a bit of a liability. He broke the lyre. It's hard to say, isn't it? He's much more of an iconic character than this Chuffer. In terms of combat and skill, I like this Chuffer, actually. But I don't want either of them. I'm not getting either of them. In my brain, I'm not getting either of them. So I'd rather not get... Which one would I rather not get? Would I rather not get Sino or rather not get Venti? It's a good point. It's a good point. I just had it in my mind that I was going to wish on this banner, this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to go... now you said that, it worries me that I'm actually going to get it. I'm not going to get it. I'm going to do them individually because at any point we could hit one of these Chuffers, couldn't we? So I think I'll do them individually. Although you should do them in 10s because Mihoyo then knows you're doing a 10 and it's like, oh, a 10? Right, yeah. But no, I'll do them... We'll start off with a few individuals and we'll see how it goes. See how we start feeling. Because at the moment I've got a bit of a dry mouth. Don't expect anything on this, do I? 2, we're at 2 pity, this is 3. Okay, let me just check that because I want to make sure. Not that. History. Favonian. So that was wish 2 of like Favonian was cross-off point. Sharpshooter's Oath, a fail. That wish, a fail. So that's 2. So this will be 3. Only need to go to 10. This will be 3. It's rubbish. 4. Only need to go to 10. Might not even need to go to 10. You very much use the Venti burst. Yeah, true. You know, absolutely true that. I will say that as well. I think, you know, I don't know. 11. What? I've forgotten how many I did there now because I'm talking as well. 4. This will be 5, won't it? I can alternate. It doesn't matter to me. I can alternate. 5. It's good, but it set me right on edge. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this because I feel like this is more the desert banner, so Candice is more likely to come up on it. I mean, new character, yeah, good. But it wasn't Candice, was it? We lost to 1 in 3 there, and we're eking towards pity. It's a very dangerous game, this. Feels like I'm walking on... feels like I'm on one of those tightrope bridges where the rickety, you know, Indiana Jones bridge is rickety, and I might, you know, tread on a rotten plank and fall through. So we're back to 0, but that was good because that was 5 and a character, so that was good. Back to 0, just want Candice. I'm going to stay on this banner because it's all purple and so is she. I feel like this is more likely to give me, like, she had green hair and he's green and Sayu's green. I just feel like this is the green one and this is the purple one. So not that I want either of these two necessarily, but because of that, it's just a feeling. And I switched over quickly, didn't I? And it gave me what I didn't want. Even though she's got purple clothes, she's got green hair. Oh, God. Okay, 1. Remember, we're burning these primos. 1. We don't need to go to 10 again. We only need to go to, say, 3 or 4. And it will give me Candice, won't it? 3 or 4 and it will give me Candice. 2. Candice. 3 or 4 and it will give me Candice. This is 2. Sword. 3. Candice. Nope. 4. Like, this feels dangerous. It's only dangerous if we hit a 5-star, so I don't know why I'm feeling like it's dangerous. It's very unlikely we're going to hit a 5-star. That was 5. This will be 6, won't it? Six, no joy. 7, coming close to pity. Anything over 5, I'm like, bad luck. You know, you came close to pity. 7. 8 and Sayu. 8 and nothing. 9. So this must be Candice. Yes! Yes! Have a bit of that. You don't... Yes! That's why you tweet them. Yes! Yes! I got exactly what I wanted. We can stop. Yeah? I'm not tempted to go any further. I feel like I've just avoided narrowly burning myself. I only just noticed she's got this purple fade on her boobies there. It's a bit weird. Yes, we got Candice. We got the... I want candy. You want candy. Let's go. You got lucky. I got lucky. We got it. We're happy. We're happy. Well done, team. Well done, team. I mean, there is a part of me that feels like throwing a few more out there because I've got loads of wishes. No. We're about 40 on the pity. We just did 10 then, didn't we, in 20? We're about 50, 60 on the pity. We're so close to pity that the next banner, we're in. So we leave it at that, don't we? We don't look for Venti. We don't look for Cyno. He was powerful. He was cool. But he wasn't wearing that many clothes, and I'm no fool. Your next multi starts, the pities increase, so very much crossing fingers for Dendro Archon. Your next multi starts the pity increase. Right, I got it, the pity increase, yeah. You get more pity as you get closer to the end, don't you? It increases in stats. Okay, that was excellent. Good work, team. The other thing is, I could throw something at this, because I really want that staff. Out of all the weapons in the game thus far, I really wouldn't mind Candice having that cool staff. I'm not particularly interested in the bow and all the other stuff, though. And there's 15 days to do it, so we can leave that for a bit. If we head to the shop, and we see what we can afford with this, we didn't get a lot. Only got 2, so can't afford anything. Sometimes when you churn through your wishes, you get more wishes back, and we can't open these up yet. But when we can, we'll have a look again at our total. But 17k Prima Gems still in the bank. I'm very happy with that, actually. I'm very happy.
I feel like running.
She feels like running. She's stuck up on the top of this. You're not running anywhere, my love. I'm not coming back here to do all my wishes either. I'm not saying this is lucky, but it was good, wasn't it? Ooh, what's that down there? Is that a dendroculum down there, or is it just a thing? It's a dendroculum, isn't it? I'm getting it. We'll have the dendro, and then we'll get our new characters out over on this rock, and we'll have a look at them. Dendroculus. Had my fair share of dendroculuses. Got it. It couldn't have gone better, really, couldn't it? I mean, what could have happened is we could have hit the 5-star and then the next 5-star in 2 wishes, one after the other, and been like, what the fuck? But I think we're okay with this. They're going to require some levelling up. It's nice to see them here, 2 next to each other, new. Kooky Shinobi and Candice there. Shinobi's a little bit shorter. It's nice to see them next to each other here. I'm actually really glad I got this one. Because I did what kind of want her. I thought she was the coolest one on that previous banner that she was on. So I am glad I got her. I just wish her footwear was more appropriate, but there she is. Can do, Candice. Level 20. I've got all of that stuff, look. Been picking a few of those recently. And little Blue, she's blue. Which is good because Wet Boy has been ascended.
I feel a newfound strength within me.
Oh, she was going to carry on then. Wet Boy's already been ascended, so I've got Blue stacking up for Barbara, but I can give it to her.
You want to know more about me? I can't promise you a great story, but if you insist... Okay, let's wait until nightfall. We can sit by the fireside, and I'll tell you all you wish to know.
You can calculate, Secura. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're about, isn't it? I think we're both in a very similar point there, aren't we? We're both in a strong position in terms of primos. For the free-to-play player, to have that pity slide... Like, it's risky, because we could have hit fucking Venti instead of Kooky Shinobi, and then what would we have done? We'd have had to continue wishing on banners that we didn't want to wish on, but we're lucky in that way, aren't we? That when the things come that we want, and it's the way I say it, we've got to save up for the ones we want. We don't just spend on everything. But now we know we're in a strong position for the next one. Has she got a croissant? Is that a croissant? I've just realised. I didn't realise. Is that a croissant? Croissant. It is, isn't it? She's got a little croissant on. There, that's a little croissant. In case she gets hungry in the desert. Get your shield out of the way, you chopper. I'm looking at your croissant. Egyptian croissant. It's fucking... Now I've realised that. They want to get rid of that. It reminds me of a croissant. There's an idea for... what's that place? Fontaine. There's an idea for Fontaine. A baker. They can make a baker. A nice baker character. Little croissants thrown around. She's cool. We know she's cool. We've got her in the squad. Too cool for school. What the fuck are they? Light guiding tetrahedrons. No doubt you'll get them from the boss in the desert. I've got to go and pick all the cacti, which I don't like doing, and I've got to collect blue crystals. Okay, let's have a look at this boss in the desert. Yeah, it's there, isn't it? And, oh, you chuffer. It doesn't give me blue crystals. It gives me the other colour crystals. Kind of weird. I mean, I do need those other crystals for my other characters. In a way, right, I don't think it's awful. I did think it was awful before when there was one boss and it gave you the wrong colour crystals. But
Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Amber's still talking. I'm looking at the map. That's weird. But in another way, it's good because, like, you mix up the boss fights every week. You get a combination of different stuff, and this character helps you to get that stuff, and that character helps you to get this stuff, and it's okay to mix it up a bit, but because I'm going to be hitting more than one boss a week, aren't I? But now I have to sort of juggle and think, I'm hitting this because I want these, and it's going to give me the stuff to rank up my other characters, like Amber needs that, and Sayu and Sucrose need that, so I'm going to get stuff for those characters, yeah, but the stuff I need, the blue crystals, I'm not getting. And the only place that I get them are either the boss fights, aren't they, like Child, or that Chuffing Oceanid. I thought I'd never got to go back to the Oceanid again. Thought I'd finished with the Oceanid. I'd quite like to go back and have a bash at her, just to, you know, old friends sort of thing. But don't you also get blue crystals from Child Tartaglia? Yeah, you get crystals, blue and turquoise and all sorts off him. So I think I picked the crystals up through that, don't I? I picked the gems up through the boss fights. Not there. There, I can get them, yeah. I think I picked them up through the boss fights now. Well, I like to grind them. I like to just go and say I need X amount.
Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like...
I like to say I need X amount. Let's go and do 10 boss runs and I'll have them. That's what I like to do. I'm running out of Mora. No way. I've run my Mora down. I was doing artifacts last night. Gulp. And our current book tax is going to you. You're on the cheeky book tax, but I ain't got the Mora for it, love. Last night I did a little bit of artifact grind and got a new bit of Blizzard Strayer for Rosie. But not anything special. We just got a couple of bits. I thought I ranked up a new Blizzard Strayer for Rosie. Where is it? Is she not wearing it? It's a bit weird. Oh, it was the feather. The attack feather I got for her. I got a new feather for her, and I was doing some Blizzard Strayer runs, but with limited success. I see how it goes now. You have to really fucking go over and over those runs, don't you, for the artifacts.
This. Hey,
So
there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
It's really going to open out the way we do our squads as well, isn't it? Having... I mean, I need to get them up in the ranks, but we've got a couple of new... Like, I picked up Goru the other day as well, and we've got a couple of new characters in the wings here, waiting in the wings, that could really make good squad characters.
I promise to keep you safe.
I promise to keep you safe. And she looks like she fits in with this squad as well. Need to switch them around for height order, but... Oh god, she's going to need a weapon, isn't she? Shit. Shit, what are we going to do about that? Obviously, most of the good polearms are already taken, aren't they? You're not having that. It's the wrong colour on you, and it's the Hot Chef's dragon. Yeah, absolutely, it's not yours. Dragon Spine Spear, again, Rosie has that. Right colour. Not quite the right colours, it's a bit ivory and it needs to be more chilling white, but, you know, it creates the icicle. It's Rosie's. It's got to be the Favonius Lance. It's the only other big weapon I've got. It's a decent colour on you, but it's a Favonian weapon and you're not a Favonian. My other options are the white tassel, no. The black tassel, yeah. It's only good against slimes, but it's thematically looks, you know, looks interesting in her hands. The halberd she could carry. Candy's function is to boost normal attacks and make melee characters make Hydro their basic attacks. So maybe with Pyro characters or Dendro you can use her best, right? The Black Tassel could be, she scales off HP. Yeah, Okay, she scales off HP, so maybe that does help, yeah. It's just its extra ability is that it's good against slimes, so, you know, fuck that, it's like one-off. If you're fighting loads of slimes in a big row, then you might want that, but otherwise... And it's the 3-star, so I don't really want to pump any more materials into it. I just know I get better attack off these things, full stop. But it makes me feel like I'm missing a weapon here. Let me just go to the blacksmith. There is a blacksmith here, isn't there? Yeah. You can hear him tapping away. Look at her, she's running around being cool. She's got long legs as well, hasn't she? Like a big runner, like Lisa. She looks more naked than the others, doesn't she? She looks like she's only wearing a towel.
These parts are safe for sure.
Big croissant on the back of her head. Now I've seen that, I can't unsee it. Big baked croissant on the back of her head. Damn it. And it's appropriate because you're in the desert, it's baking, isn't it? Baking croissants. Look, let's see. Let me talk to the blacksmith. What do I need? I'd like something made. Just obtain these. Materials. Now, I can make a prototype star glitter. Is that different up here because of the different blacksmith or what? Like, I can make that. Or is it because I've got the right kind of billet? Is that what I'm doing? Northlander billet. Probably makes the Northlander weapon, yeah? So I need different kinds of billet. Because I can make crescent pike, and that's Northlander billet. So what's going on there? Mondstadt Leeway, Inazuma, Northlander. I can make that. Maybe she can have that. I don't know what it really looks like in her hands until I've made it, though. It looks icy to me. I mean, she's somewhere in the middle. She's kind of like cool desert. I could make one of those as well. I don't mind making extra weapons and just having them because, you know, more weapons the merrier. Certainly the 5-star ones, but it's choices. I've only got one billet. Where do I get more billets? They drop from bosses, or I could buy them from maybe from some shops. But I thought, and what I'm concerned with is I wanted... I don't know how it works. Do all blacksmiths do the same weapons? The only difference is what you've unlocked the recipes. Whoa, where the fuck am I unlocking a recipe? Like a... Like a food recipe. So I need the plans for each weapon. I don't know where I get the plans from for each weapon. Or maybe in my bag I've got something that I haven't looked at. Like here, maybe. Probably not, is it? Because I definitely want... You can point
A
to
shield is not
content.
enough to
All right,
protect
okay,
the
no worries.
most important things.
If it's from content, then...
That's why I must also wield a spear.
She's talking now. I didn't think she did a lot of talking. Content's not an issue because it will get to it. So I'm happy to do that. I don't mind if you sort of indicate which places, you know, which quests contain these things because they advertise it themselves, don't they? I should know. I'm in the battle pass now. I need to be in here. It'll tell me, won't it? Possible rewards. Possible rewards. And one of these will say, like, something interesting. And I'll be like, oh, that's the possible reward I want. Maybe. Or maybe it's story quests. I have a lot of world quests on standby, yeah. So it'd be about prioritising the ones with the weapons, wouldn't it? And I was going to prioritise the primos, but we probably don't need to prioritise the primos now. But we do have to prioritise the events. But there's a lot here, aren't there? But yeah, I'm happy if we find it eventually. That's okay. You know, we'll find it eventually. I hope it's not the fucking Omni Ubiquity net. What's that? Or the fishing, because I'm not planning on doing that. Yeah, I just don't know what to do with her now. I suppose she doesn't need it now.
Should be enjoyed by all.
She doesn't necessarily need it now because she's not leveled up yet, is she? But she's fucking cool the way she spins it round. I just don't feel comfortable with that in her hand. not too standout, is it? It just doesn't look quite right with her, does it? Like, she's got these round shapes with the croissants going and the desert moons and the purple, and then you've got this kind of graphite grey with that animo sort of turquoise gleam, and she's more purples and blues. She's got the yellow and the blue eye, like she's hydro. The thing just doesn't seem right for her, does it? That's the one that we said was probably the best looker out of what I've got. I mean, it's a bit more purpley, isn't it? A bit more purpley blue. A bit more blue-grey. And it's not really distinctive in any other fashion, so it kind of just sits there. And the actual curve on the point, instead of it being strong straight lines, it's got curves on it on the end point, so that's echoing her rest of her character design. So that's the best we've got. It's not good. And I worry if we make another weapon and it doesn't look good in our hands, then what am I going to do? Because I don't know if I've got billets. What I want to do now is go around the shops and buy all the billets so I know exactly how many billets there are. I've got no Mora left, so I've got to earn some more Mora. But I created an Iron Sting. It was kind of cool. I created all these other things. They're cool. I'm happy to create them. It would either be this, which I'm sure is not her colour. I'm sure it's not. And I'm not planning on giving it to somebody else and moving their weapon along. I'm happy everyone's got the right weapon at the moment. So it would be the Crescent Pike. I mean, it is blue. It has got the roundy top to it. It's just whether it's the right kind of blue to sit nicely with her costume and everything. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to... Oh, I need 500 and I don't even have 500. What am I? Pauper. Some kind of pauper. Right. I'm going to fix that immediately. Very easy and quick to do that. There's one. I'm going to create that weapon because it doesn't matter if I've got 2 weapons, extra weapons. I'm going to create it. Oh look, we're fighting with Candice. I didn't realise.
Too easy.
Have a bit of that. Shit, they're kicking her in. They're not slimes.
Ring cutter, go.
Wait,
She's dead. I always do this. I get the new characters out and I get them killed straight off because they haven't got any like health or anything. No defense.
Sacred name, fortune preserver.
I think they do need some sort of space where you get new characters and you can go and do stuff that's kind of equalised. Like in some games with PvP, it doesn't matter what. Like in Tower of Fantasy,
Nowhere to hide.
it doesn't matter what level your weapons are at. When you do PvP, they push them all to the max, so everyone's the same. And if you had a space,
Rain outlines
I suppose you'll say to me that it's the Spiral Abyss, you can choose your level, but you know, a space where you can use your new characters a bit more freely without fear of getting killed, it might be good.
Time to act.
And again, I'd say it should be like new character trials. Like, we've got these domains, and they're all fun, aren't they? So, a new character domain, especially for new characters, it's always a challenge to you because you're in with your new characters. But, like having a new character domain that every time you get a new character, let's say, I need to heal her up, I don't know. So this is me doing my work for MiHoYoverse now. This is me doing my work. Check those at the bottom. Looks like a page with an anvil. All right, okay, wait, I'm going to go back and do that as well then, yeah. Then head all the way to Mondstadt. Good old Mondstadt. Let's say we get a new character, and we know that we're going to need the materials to level her up, don't we? So, we take Candice now, and we go to the new level domain, wherever, you know, the domain, and we go in and we run... Maybe not the same little circle, maybe not like the sprite, but we run through in a little adventure. Maybe each character has their own little adventure, a bit like a story quest in a domain. And along the way, you pick up character essential materials. You pick up books and you pick up gems and the things you need to ascend the character. And over a course of like, maybe you do it once a week, and in 3 weeks your character is fully up to level 70 or 80, or, you know, or maybe not fully, maybe you do some of the other bits outside of it. But you know what I'm saying? It makes sense, wouldn't it? I've got a new character, I can't play with her because she's not strong enough. I've either saved up all the materials in Mora and I can feed her up now, or she's there in my back burner until she's ready, and that's a shame. So I should be able to go somewhere where she is effective and where the enemies are a bit weaker, that you're not allowed in with a high level. You've got to be, you know, small, and during the process she will level and then she can go in your squad. I think that's a sensible thing to do. We said we have to do it this way, we're doing it this way. And come down here because I wanted to talk to you as well, Marjorie. Did I buy all the billets? Yeah, I bought the sword billet there. That's gone. Okay. And Wagner, the blacksmith. And you said, looks like an anvil. Looks like a page. Am I tripping? Is it this? On the missions.
You, Master.
This. Well, in world quests, like Archon, story, commission, world quests, bottom of the thing, I've got navigate, I've got story quests, and I've got that little one there. There's like a little tick. This. I've never seen this. It's got all the words.
Hold on, Amber. Are you perhaps forgetting to introduce us?
It's not this, is it? It's not this.
Afraid so.
Hard work is all there is.
Things that are most...
What am I missing? Am I missing something? No, like the ones that gives you the green ball to capture animals. These ones. And it doesn't tell me where anything else on it though, does it? Check one by one.
It's important. No matter what it takes.
Yeah, that one. This one. Forging blueprint.
Even when it looks futile.
I'm away. I'm away to the forging blueprint. Let's go. I want to see it. Report back to Simon Giroux. What? I've already done some of it. I might have been like examining, you know, exploring this place and accidentally killed the people that he wanted me to kill or some shit. I do recognise this chuffer. He was like bad chuffers. Oh no, he's treasure. He's treasure. I have to go and collect some things. over there, on the other bit of the island, there was some, like, things to collect, and I went and collected them. There's a dog in a cage as well, and I want to get the dog out of the cage, but I can't find the key. He just needs me to go on a trip. No tricks. There won't be, don't worry. He doesn't trust me. We've got a point. Look, get on with it, you fucker. Find the 5th stone slate. So we've already got some of them. So we're well away. Yes, please. Over there. Go on then. Don't know how to get the dog out of the cage though. That's an issue. Candice is gonna have to be taken off the team, but she looks cool running around with it already, even though she's got what now appears to be a croissant on the top of her head. But other than that...
Yeah, let's go on a big adventure.
And we know we've got those primos in the bank for later. It's a lovely feeling that is actually, to know you're not devoid of primos and that it's all to come in the future. That's fine. What's going on here? Oh, hello. I'm going to tell you what, we're going to be getting these... Look at this.
Dumpty dumpty go! Da-da-da. Boing, boing, boing.
Crystals a bonus, crystals a go-go. Stop throwing them at that treasure hunter. There he is. Chuffer.
Roll them all up. Dumpty dumpty go!
He's not going to last against that, is he? I've got to find the slate, though, it says. It's not just going to be here. I've got to find it. What the fuck's it all about? Dig, 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 dig. Dig, dig. There's nothing here. Let's look somewhere else, she says. It's not going to be this, is it? This mechanism. It better not be. I think I've done that when it's all lit up.
La la la, da da da.
I'm here. What more could you want? There's a crab. Dig. Nothing here. Is it intending for me to cover the ground and then I select dig? Bit of a weird chuffer.
La la la.
Dig. Paimon's getting mad. I'm not Paimon, I'm just bemused. Don't know what's going on.
La la la.
Obviously it was like all happy with digging, wasn't it? So it's got to cover all the surface area and hope it says dig. No? Now that chuffer's got Eggy coming at me with his hammer. Nothing here, the guy must have tricked us. Confront him. Right, okay. We'll go back and confront the chuffer. For a confrontation. He's gone. That lying. And then we've got to go and find him on the other island, where no doubt he'd have got himself into some chuffing trouble. Now, over on that island, there was like a little thing hanging off the one side, and just little collecty things. And you see up there, there's a blast hole to nowhere. I was up there messing about and having a look, and I found most of the stuff, and there's a dog in a cage somewhere, and there's a key and I can't get him out. So I don't know what's going on, and I can't remember it. But we're off over there now to find what these chuffers are doing. I'm just going to quickly go bathroom break.
Explosion inside city wall. Grounded be thy woe. Explosions can hurt people. Gin can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Klee be doomed. Those are the survival rules that the Knights of Favonius gave me. Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you?
I'll tell you what we do as well.
Klee was a brave girl today.
I was saying,
I found a
you get a new
really
character, you go on
weird-looking lizard. Want me to show it to you?
So you get a new character, you go on a little domain, yeah, and you get your materials with the new character domain. Maybe not just a new character, but maybe every new character has, like, they've got story quests. Maybe each character has their own domain, right? And you only unlock it when you get the character. Now, you'd be a bit annoyed because I can't go down some of the content and other people can. I haven't got Zhongli, so I can't go down the Zhongli domain. That's a bit fucking annoying. But you don't need to, because you don't need the Zhongli domain stuff, do you? Because you haven't got Zhongli. And each domain is like the story modes pertinent to the character. So it's a bit of their backstory. Maybe it's a history. Maybe it's like you just got the character new and you go and walk through some of their history, find out about them and level them up as you go. And maybe, you know, it doesn't take you all the way to 80 or 90. Maybe it just takes you up to 60 or whatever, and you do the last bit in the world. But that would be quite cool, wouldn't it? And it'd give you extra incentive then, because even if you don't like the characters, sometimes the quests and the stories might also be fun. So, like, it'd give you extra reason to get all the characters, wouldn't it? To open up all the domains, to see all the different bits of content. And it wouldn't be a huge thing. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, does it? Just create me a little domain for each character. And we start bundling them up with the characters. I think that would work. Because now I'd win Candice, and I'd take Candice, go and uncover her domain in the desert. You know, go and find where it is now that it's suddenly appeared on the map because I've won Candice. And then we'll be in there, and then we run around, oh, this is what Candice is like, oh, now I understand her a bit more, and she's my new character, and now we can level her up, and we can use her new stats, and we've been given the talent materials, and we kill the boss, and we get a load of those gems, and we can take her up to level. Do you know what I mean? Like, that feels right to me. It's a bit of a strange feeling getting a new character and having to say, I'm not going to put them in my squad now. I can't.
Bombs so heavy.
Unless I've saved up all the stuff, like I can't.
La la la.
I'd quite like to run around and have her with us now on this, like now, because we've just got her. But it's got to wait. So instead we're going to go looking for this, like a domain where you have to use Candice shields. Yeah, exactly, like a Candice-based domain for those who've won Candice, and you can go and have fun with her. And it's not dependent on having her at level 10 or whatever, or 20 or whatever. It's designed for her to be low level and to just get used to her moves, and she'll like teach you all the different moves and things, yeah. And then once you've finished it, you'll be like, that was fun. I'm glad I've got my new character and I've had fun with her. Oh look, she's at level 40 or whatever, and you know, now she can go in my squad. 40's not enough, but like, now she can go in my squad. I've got to go and find Simon. There he is. I knew he'd be in a cage. I knew he would, look. Who are you? Name yourselves. That's our line. Who are you? What's it got to do with you? I will not cut down a nameless person. Apparently I won't cut down... Oh, it's the bandit leader. No, it's me. I will not cut down a nameless person. I don't care. I've never given any hilly churls names. Bob and Trevor. I've just been slamming them, chopping off their heads. We've got that rule as well, apparently. How interesting. Silence, you. They're having an argument. She keeps looking at the people that are being taught. Oh, she's looking at Paimon. The key. I need key as well as the slate. What about Jiru? He's going to have the dogs tear him to shreds and throw him in the sea. Going on about the dogs. There is a dog in a cage that I couldn't find the key for. They're in a row. Now we're asking about the key again. Key is in the trees because Simon hid himself in the cage and threw away the key. I don't know what the answers are. I'll take both him and the treasure. Right, now we're having a fight. I don't really know what's going on there. I think maybe I could have thought my way through the conversation and chosen an option where I had different choices, but instead I'll just kill everyone. I mean,
Wheel of life.
it's not news, is it? I kill everyone always, so...
Dumpty Dumpty
Just go with the smash and grab through the front door. Option A.
Woo!
Say no more!
Don't blink!
I'm going to charge up that special wet boy. No.
Speed of light! Hey!
Where's he gone? He's hiding under there
Body and
now.
mind. Witness the power of good work! With sword comes shadow. Don't blink!
Bastard.
Rain outlines your
Bastard.
Dumpty Dumpty Go! Opening box of Adepti tricks.
He's hiding under there.
Hey!
Now I'm hiding under here. Now we're both hiding under here.
Incoming! Nowhere to hide.
There they go. There's one more walking around over there. Korichio. I've been waiting for him. I've killed him a few times. Is he the one with the dog in the cage? Where's the dog in the cage? Or is it on a different island? There it is, look, over here. There's a dog in a cage there, look. Right, we'll do them one at a time then.
Don't blink!
Actually, that is him. That's his... I've been waiting for. That is him. I've already killed him once, this Korichio. Been round, I've seen the dog in the cage, and I thought, I don't like the look of that. I'm having that dog out that cage. Don't know what he's turned up for over here. Either.
No, my sword! Let me weave you a verse.
But it's this dude over here with the dog in the cage.
La la la, da da da.
And I've fed the dog as well. I've fed him a chicken before.
Let's
Look,
get down to
feed.
business.
Look, feed the dog.
Incoming!
I want this dog out the cage, mate. And it says drunken samurai with Tengu's nose. I don't know what that means. But that dog, I hope it's still alright because there's a lot of fire going on.
Speed of light! Hey!
Rise.
To the ferry.
Right, now look, there's a little doggy in a cage, isn't there? Look. Open cage key. I haven't got that. So now what? Fucking weird, isn't it? And it wants me in that hole in the air. Does it? I don't know. Oh, it was more opponents.
Time to act.
I'll go around on a killing spree. Courage, Chew, I've been waiting for you. Like, what's that about?
Don't blink. Cut to
I'm
the
kind of
chase.
confused.
Yeah, body and mind.
Picked the wrong
There's a
test.
chuffer over here as well. I'll kill this chuffer. I'll kill everyone.
Speed of light.
Boing, boing. Life goes on.
Hey! No, my sword.
I haven't got any resurrection materials, so if we do get in a bit of a big chuffer of a fight, we might have an issue. But I'm guessing we climb to the top and there's a baddie up there called Koriichu, I've been waiting for you.
Another test subject. Fry!
Ring cutter.
No, this is Koriichu, I've been waiting for you. What? That was him. No, it can't have been.
It's my lucky day.
Incoming. Hey! With sword comes shadow. Rain outlines your
Orders given. Orders received.
I'm wasting all my specials now. I just don't know what's going on.
speed of light.
Blazing delight!
To the ferry.
And I think I'm ignoring that chopper. I'm going up the top because
La, la,
I
la.
can't understand that this is right. Who is
Let's
Koriichu?
get down
I've been
to
waiting
business.
for you. And where did he go? And what's going on? Oh no, falling off. Looks like there's chuffers up there, doesn't it? I've been up here before. There's some chuffers up there as well.
Blade.
Don't blink.
Rise.
And just to take these two before the other two wake up.
No, my sword.
Boing, boing, boing!
Maybe charge up a few specials.
Ferry.
Life goes on.
Just jumped off. Don't jump off. Idiot. I've got to go down there and kill you now.
Yeah.
Right, then we've got to go all the way back up. This will all be worth it. We'll get a new sword. These two chuffers.
Cut to the chase. Hey! Witness the power of
I was a bit surprised that the named target I've been waiting for was that chuffer who was throwing the balls and it was just nothing and he died. That didn't seem right at all.
Flash! Woo! Boing, boing, boing! Pew! That really hurt!
incoming.
Wheel of life.
To the ferry.
Body and mind. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink.
Trying not to knock him off the edge. He's dead. And this is where I opened this cage and got something out of it before, so... I've still got the music going, there's still an opponent.
Yeah.
This creeper down here.
Incoming. No, my sword.
Life goes on.
Kujiorio, is this feeling loss? Oh, what's going on?
Sacred name. Fortune preserver.
Let's get down to business.
Don't blink. Hey!
And that's one of these
Cut to
people.
the chase.
La la la. Boing,
Also, there's a deeper part underneath there, look.
Speed of light.
Down there, look. Might have already been there, I can't remember.
Let me weave you a verse.
Treasure Hoarder boss, they're tough nuts to crack. Let's fall back for now.
Incoming. With sword comes shadow.
No one's falling back, man. They're going to kill you all.
Blazing delight!
Are they trying to run away? You ain't getting to run away. What's that? Did you... This is bad. Someone... It's for 2E!
Dumpy dumpy go!
What's going on?
Only just begun.
Wheel of life.
Rain outlines it.
No. We've got mashed up dudes. Shit. I want to see if I can climb on the thing. Can I climb on this thing? Right.
No, my
Shit. Shit, run. Wakey.
Not breaking a sweat.
dumpling. Cut to the chase.
No slacking off.
What I'm trying to do is get out of this,
Incoming.
out of there so I can be alive. Oh, I'm dead. Shit, no. I haven't got any revival items. I'm going to have to go in the bag now. Shit, I didn't want to get dead then. I wanted to heal up. I've got nothing. No healing, no nothing. So my choice is to try and cook during the fight, I think. I bet you won't be able to do it during combat.
Woo!
I was trying to kite them out there so I could split them up a bit. Can you cook during... Light a fire? Yeah, I'm trying, but she won't... I can cook during combat. Brilliant. Okay. I want some of these. And I want some healing foods, don't I? Filter by recovery dish. Something good. And something that I don't have to cook manually because it's going to take time. I haven't got enough. But knowing I can do this means I can come round and grab this at any point. So I'll just quickly do a defense one as well. Attack and defense. Oh, go on, I'll do a big Adeptus, look. Bit mad to be doing this in the middle of a fight, but... Defense... Just whatever's top, whatever. Although that might have been shields. Didn't look. What does it do? Max HP. No, I don't want that. Healing bonus, strength, shield, defense. Okie dokie. And then I need to get in the bag and eat this. So I need to run away.
You can't run.
And not die. Okay, and now I need to go in my bag and eat my foods. Oh, I can only recover one person. Fuck. It's going to have to be the healer. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to eat that. I'm also going to eat defense, shield, I think electro. I think Frozo. And we're going to eat a couple of these. Right, we're in dangerous territory here, aren't we? No. I need to be able to concentrate and not have that on the screen every time I accidentally press that character. Right. I need to focus on who I'm killing first, which is I wanted to kite them out and separate them like this. This is good, but I don't want him. I want the dude that can heal them, don't I?
Isn't time for a break yet.
This dude's first.
Rise.
Speed of light. Hey!
First blast! Boing, boing, boom! Jumpy, jumpy, boom!
No slacking off.
This is exactly how I wanted it to go. I wanted to separate them a bit and then get in. No, not that.
Incoming.
This should be fun.
Shit. I don't want them too many of them all at once.
You're not going anywhere. How can this be?
Oh, get off that.
Flash freeze.
Get this one character killed and I'll get out of here. I'm stuck now. I can't move. I'm in between them all. I can't get out. Right, now I'm out. And I've got one of them down, so now we can just kite off a little bit. Just move around. Reassess.
Don't blink. With sword comes shadow.
And it's good that they're all together if you want to smash them all up, but I don't want to die. So getting hit by all of them at the same time is an issue.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
I keep hitting that key by mistake.
La la la.
Going anywhere. Chill to the bone.
Every time. She's dead. No. See, I got hit in combination by the three of them. It fucked me. I was literally just going to say I need to eat something or change character.
La la la.
Come on, he's on the floor. He's dead. He's dead. Stop it.
Ouch!
Who do I want up? It's going to be you. Confirm. Right, healing.
Blow them all up! Yes! Boing, boing, boom!
Let's end this quickly.
Rise.
Dangerous. Got him. Right, that's everyone apart from you on there, isn't it? So now I'm in the bag again. I'm just going to quickly... I've got no food to heal with, so I have to cook again. And make something to heal me with. Max HP, cook. Monster hash browns as well. They're classic, aren't they? Quick bag.
Let's move.
Shut up.
Should've get
Why do I keep pressing? I always switch to the character that I can't switch to for some reason. It's just like ingrained in me to go around them in like a certain order, and then
Jumpy, jumpy,
they're not there.
boing, boing!
Got him. I'm impressed you can cook in the mid-battle. Yeah, if I hadn't been able to, then we'd have been off. But we did manage to get that. Alright, basically half of Inazuma baddies hear the story of this bad lair guy on the cell, and we're all fighting over a treasure, if it exists, if anything. I did meet this fella earlier, like I said, and I picked it. It was just like a thing going on in the world. I didn't realise it was a quest. I just sort of ran into him. I was grinding chests, primos, and I picked off some of the stuff on this island. He's a little frightened. The treasure. No, the doggy. The doggy's the treasure. He's going to give me the key.
Let's get down to
Fuck.
business.
Where's this guy come from?
More.
Body and
Life goes on.
let me weave you a verse.
Fairy?
Yeah, it's the very end, you chuffer. Right. Where was the dog? He's still in the cage, look. I haven't got the key. It's doing my head in. It's doing my head in. I don't like that dog being in that cage for so long. It's been there ages. Open the treasury front door using the key. So that's this grate, isn't it? And it's down in this grate then, which I couldn't get down in before as well. There we are. Welcome to the treasury. Hopefully there's a key to that cake thing for the dog. What's going on here? Open, open, open. Oh, I see. Right. Got ya. Shit, I fucked it up. Hopefully we get the key for the doggy in here. Very Skyrim. Oh, just straight in and treasure. That's it. What in the world is all this? So much ash. We looked all over the place. Nothing but rotten provisions and old pottery. Famous swords and armour, precious gems and golds. There's nothing like that here. There's nothing hidden underneath either. Why did this happen? Hey, you aren't tricking us again, are you? Steady, Paimon. He isn't tricking us this time. I think I get what happened. I'll explain it to you later, Paimon. It's all just stories and bullshit, is it? We planned for so long, but in the end, don't get too down. Let's go home, Jiru. Alright, come on. There's no need to... No, we can't go home. There's a dog in a cage. Super dangerous adventures. We survived. It was the friends we made along the way. So... Alright, let's go home, Jiru. Yay, we did it. No, well, the dog in the cage. You're nuts. The provisions seem fine anyway. They're not rotten.
Body and mind.
What?
Body and mind.
No key for the dog. Okay, I'll report back if you want me to, but I am disappointed in this strange... Because I killed the chuffer. I'm here now. Let's let the dog out. Who are these chuffers now?
Rain outlines your
The
fate.
fuck, man? Do you never finish? You always here, are you?
Time to act.
Opening box of Adepti Tricks. Surprise.
Body and mind. Not good.
Blazing delight! Dumpy dumpty go! Boing boing boom!
My blade!
Ready!
Right.
Shit, I switched just as I got killed.
La la la!
Incoming. Hey.
Life goes on.
Don't blink.
Say no more! There's more!
This will end you!
Sparks and flash! That really hurt!
Shit.
Yay, I did it! Oh, wait. No, I didn't.
Because I'm just getting lazy.
Rain cutter. Time to act.
And over! I'm ready!
Cut to the chase. Don't blink.
Cut down!
Got ya.
Like this.
I'm going back for that doggy. I've got to have one more look. It could be that the key's just lying around somewhere, but I have given this place a real once-over. And you'd think that killing the people that were guarding the doggy would yield the key. I still don't have the metal cage key. So what's going on with the doggy? And you go up here and it's just this, and it just takes you in the sky and it sends you in this tunnel. So... sorry, doggy, we have to leave you behind. I mean, that seems well fucked up. RSPCA. Report me to the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Jiru's back, yeah. He ran away to have his own little adventure because he thought army life was boring. Just like you when you were young. Oh, it's all coming out now. They're having a row. They're having their own little row. Fuck that. Just, why has no one got their eye on the dog? What's going... Do you know... You don't remember where to get the key for the dog. It was so long ago, but it's bugging you not remembering. Yeah, it's bugging me. I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck? It should just happen automatically in that whole process, shouldn't it? Like, there should be no point where you're sent to fight that chuffer and you kill him and he doesn't yield you a kill. I think it's silly. Maybe he'll give it me now. And he even mentioned his dog, didn't he, in that whole process. But he didn't realise that he wanted to go back for it. Because he should have done. Can't leave the dog in. And the dog wasn't even barking. Just being a good dog, and if anything. Little Inazuma story. I mean, today we're on the second stream of the day, and we have had a first successful stream doing everything we wanted to, opening up the quest. We'll do it, you know, we'll be doing those quests this weekend, and exploring the desert a little bit. We got Candice, and we got Kuki Shinobi, who I think is fucking cool. After we've done this and we've had a look at the weapons, I want to just have a look at the squads, see what they look like stood up with each other, and I'm pleased we've got such a lot done for a midweek Genshin Impact. I've got another game to be playing with you as well. Check this out in just a second. He's going on about sword, smooth arc, the lovely cross section and edge. Going on about these swords, their special armor. Oh, I get it. This is how we've learned to make these swords, is from these people and their traditions. So that makes sense. Yeah. Good fortune in your going ahead. Brilliant. Where's the dog key? I'm gonna have to ask the internet. Right. Two things then. Two things. That's me old stream. That's me old channel. That's the old coffee. That's the old Twitch. We don't need this. Oh, I do need to tweet them. I need to tweet them. At Genshin Impact. At MiHoYo Lab. And I'll tell you what we need to do. We'll take a photo of it, look. They won't understand why we're in the tomato fields of Inazuma, but let's put on Candice. Should have took a photo when we were in the desert, shouldn't I? Should we at the bottom?
I promise to keep you safe.
And let's pull a pose and do a photo. I need the camera on as well. Escape. It's in my bag. It's one of my gadgets. It's camera. Oh, Takeru's spoiling my photo there. Little kid running around. There she is. There's a little kid in the background. That one will do. Right. This is just normal behaviour, isn't it? This is just normal behaviour. Genshin Impact. And then I'll add... We've got loads of these photos to look through. And that one... And I'll just say thank you. Hashtag Genshin Impact. Hashtag F2P. Thank you. Tweet that out. They deserve it. They deserve it. And then I want to know where about this dog. So the dog, Genshin Impact, dog on island in cage, Ecosia. How to release the cage dog. I'm not wasting my life any further. You know, we've been through all the quests and everything. If it, you know, they need you to press his chest. Players will need to climb up the ladder and take down any samurai and grab the key hidden in top of a box. It's just in this area here. Oh, I could have been doing that the whole time. I've grubbed that place dry for primos. That was a good photo. Hang on, wait. Will we get it? Him just running around with a look. I've been there grubbing for primos so often. Now we're going to have to kill these fucking fuckers again. It's in one of these boxes somewhere. I can't fathom how we haven't already found this. Can't see internet. I'm sorry, I did it again, didn't I? For some reason, I've got a brain fart with that today. We just took a little photo with the boy ran past at the same time. We'll look at it again in the future. At least these people are still dead. I mean, on top of these boxes, it looked like on top of these boxes, or some of these boxes. So he said climb up, so I climbed up over here, didn't I? I mean, what? It said climb up a ladder, and on the boxes, there's the boxes. It's twinkling. Metal key. Unbelievable. How have I not done that all this time? Poor Doggon's been in there for weeks. Candice is the one to let him out. She's got herself trapped. That's no good. She got herself trapped. Can you let me out now, dog? Dog. Dog, don't run off. Dog. You need to come and let me out now. Oh, fucking hell. The dog ran off. I need the dog to take me to the chest. Where's he going? Oh, he's just fucking going, look. There he goes. Just happy to be out. Oh, look, there is a chest as well. Could have found that without the dog, but good dog.
What do you think? Anything catch your eye?
Ooh, anything catch your funny coloured eye? Hey, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. It's a bit of a pun, isn't it? Croissant catch your eye. I mean, she's got a big croissant on her head. And she's got that big eye on the back of her head as well. Look. There's the dog. And the Doggon's happy. I'm happy. Alright, do you want to come back with this Doggon? Or are you going to live on this island for the rest of your days? I mean, is that supposed to be the resolution for the Doggon? I'm happy that it's out the cage at least, aren't I? I'm glad we did that. You coming back, doggy? Or are you alright there? Just enjoying its freedom, look. She's croissant for me now. She's going to be croissant forever. When I was a kid... Oh, that was cool, the way it glitched in, the shield. When I was a kid, we did... Every year we did the nativity play. You probably did it yourself, you know, Jesus and the Christ and the born on Christmas Day. One year I was one of the wise men. And I, you know, big role that, one of the wise men. And costumes were made. And what I had as a crown, what it was some curtain tiebacks that had been stuffed. And they made like it was like a long sausage that was tied at the ends. And it went around my head like that. Like a cushioned sausage around your head. You can imagine, can you? Like putting your head through a cushion with a hole in it. On my head to represent my crown in gold fabric. It's a bit like that croissant. That doggy's happy, isn't he? Right then. Now we've got the key, I've got the secret. Now, surely we can have a look at this new weapon choice. I've got the key, I've got the secret. I've got no Mora, I don't have enough stuff, but... Can I help you? Yeah, I'm up on your table. All of a sudden. I'd like something made. Let's have a look. Learn. Learned how to craft Animio. It's gone. Oh my fucking days. Look at that. You can catch him with the green ball and let him live in your teapot. Can you? Oh, I might have to do the green ball then, because that's actually conservation. I might have to do the green ball then. I'm sure the dog will still be there. If it's not, whatevs. You know, we'll just pretend it got home. But that is fucking awesome. That is cool. I don't even read in the things. I'm not even reading what it says. Sword attack percentage. Yes, it comes with attack percentage. Refinement. After casting an elemental skill, gain 1 succession seed. This effect... I start shaking my head when it starts getting complicated. Like, for me, it should just be like, you know, simple thing. More damage, more defense, whatever. But gain 1 succession seed. This effect can be triggered once every 5 seconds. The seed lasts up to 30 seconds. Up to 3 seeds may exist simultaneously. After using an elemental burst, all the seeds are consumed. And after 2 seconds, the character regenerates 6 energy for each seed consumed. So I can't understand what the fuck that means. It's just, I can't get it in my head what that means. I'm sure once I've thrown the sword around a bit, I'll understand more. But until I do, I just, something to do with seeds and energy. But it's got attack as a percentage, and it's an attack sword, so that's good. Like this, like the archaic. Attack over attack. That's good. Yeah? White blind. Defense over attack, not so good. That might be good for Noel, but not so good, is it? Defense over attack. Iron Sting, same thing. Elemental Mastery over attack. That, the Rancor, physical damage over attack. Oh, I like that. What's this one? It's HP over... What? Did I make that? Did I craft that? I've got one of those, haven't I? I didn't craft that. HP. I did! Oh, I thought it'd be attack, because the others was attack. It's HP. I crafted that. It's a load of shit. That one's attack over... attack. So, Wagner, can you help me? I think you might be able to. I'd like something made, because you're all the same, all your different blacksmiths, apparently. It's the stick, isn't it? It's this. Am I tripping? Am I supposed to have a stick? Was that just for the sword? Yeah, Barbara can have it. Although it doesn't match her clothes, it's the wrong colours. But have I just got a sword billet here? Did I not? Have I just got the sword thing? Have I not learned how to make a polearm as well? I thought by unlocking that, I would unlock all the Inazuma weapons. In the same way as I've got that. They're all... That's all the weapons, isn't it? No, there's no bow. I've already made the bow, though. I've got the bow as well. Each weapon has a quest, right. So I just assumed that I'd unlocked the Mondstadt weapon set in the past somehow. And I assumed that these ones were... I don't know what the Iron Sting and the Crescent I assumed were. Leeway, I suppose. Set, although they seem to be icy. Maybe they're the Ice Crown... Ice... up the mountain set. I'm really happy with that sword though. We're going to make that now because it looks fucking cool. And that's a new one for Traveller as well, because Traveller's currently using a similar sort of style sword, but a shittier one. I do need to start thinking about polearm though. I might make that polearm as well. We can always get more billets, can't we? This is the next step, is billets. Let's go and check billets. There used to be a shop in our way called Millets. Let's go around Millets. We'll go around checking for billets. Checking for billets and asking girls to check their fingers. What? I said checking for digits. Asking girls to check their looking for digits. This is about trying to get a girl's phone number. It's a rap. Looking for digits. Looking for digits. Asking girls to check their fingers. To keep the numbers up, I'll fuck teenage delinquents. I'm always out of order, but my beats are in sequence. I don't own a gun, but my rhymes are repeaters. I don't own a gun, but my rhymes are repeaters. Taking broads to dinner out at all you can eaters. When I'm done mixing, I'll let you lick the beaters. Rude. If anything, I've walked past the shop now.
You'll have a blast.
I'm already in it, mate.
But we have some new items in.
What have you got on offer? I think I've bought out everyone, haven't I? Yeah, I bought you out. You've been bought out. We can't shop yet, can we, in Azuma? Or can we? I don't know, really. Think not. Think not yet. If I check the... I'll just check the shop, it's right here. She suits in Azuma with her colour scheme. And I'm pleased with her choice of shorts, they're not too short. Anything you like? I'd like to buy a few things. Oh no, I can't. But I will be able to get a billet from you eventually, won't I? And I guess that might be the same in... So now I've done these places. Sumeru City. Have you got shops for billets? What have you got? Academia Liaison Officer. A blacksmith. You have got one of those jeweler places. Let's teleport. Inazuma, I think she's got billets on the security. Oh, right, yeah, you get them as a reward from the security itself. And then eventually it lets you open up so you can buy the fuckers. I mean, I'm surprised it's taken me that long to open up that tree, because I've given it fucking loads of those things by now, and it still won't let me go to the shops. Where's your shops around here? It's down there, is it? This is the shops area, and it should be over here on the map. I can't find it. Maybe it's up. Or maybe it's down, even. Fucking confusing place. I just want to go... It's down. It's down now. I just want to go to the Chuffing shop. Same level, but here. Where's the fucking shop? What's going on? It looks like it should be here. So it must be underneath me. But it's not. Not this one, isn't it? That's the general goods. What's going on? Sumeru billets are on the quests. Alright, so it's not even in the fucking shop. There, no, that's the Adventurers Guild. I should still even though I don't want to shop at it anymore, I should still be able to find the fucking thing. Is it you? No, you're the fortune teller with Harrot and Marrot. Takes courage to maintain a peaceful life. Yeah, sorry, I just knocked your cabbages about. See ya. Just here to steal a cabbage off your market stall and a radish if I can, thanks. So I'm running out of town now, it can't be that way. Radish and cabbage. And it says up, and it's up there. I just still want to be able to go to the shop. I should still be able to look at the shop. Oh, look. Who's an idiot now? I've been in here before anyway. I'm an idiot now, aren't I? Who's the idiot now? I'm the idiot now. It's the big shop. I thought it'd be a little market stall. It's the big shop. Khalid, welcome. What have you got on offer? I'm not allowed to shop there.
Just take my word for it.
Bastards. Do you not know who I am?
This new shipment of items, they're also
She likes standing on the tables, doesn't she, look?
And
Do you not know who I am? I used to like doing that when I was drunk, standing on the tables, giving speeches. On the random. Rousing speech on a table. Okay, so billets of quests. But at least we know that the world is open to us for better weapons. Until then, we're going to craft... I feel like I'm making a mistake, but I'm going to do it anyway. Craft the Iron Sting. The Crescent Pike. Physical damage bonus for her. We're definitely going to make this as well. I'm going to make one of those. So let's do that straight up. Still not got a character that's any good for that. Weird. And I'm going to make this as well because I want to see what it's like in her hands. If it's no good, she doesn't use it. The end. But I can't... I'm not satisfied with the weapon she has at the moment. So that's getting crafted as well. That was quick. And that was quick. Lovely. Do you know what? This part of the game, Map and Mare would do a gigantic change of DPS for Klee, would it? Yeah, but... I think I've even got one. But it just doesn't look right. It looked like the I've got the Sacrificial Fragments one. It's the wrong colour. It's blue. She's red. The end. Let me transmog it into red. I'll use it every day of the week. It looks like Klee's book. It looks like it's the right colour. Sorry, I'm just going to have to rearrange myself downstairs. I'm not doing anything weird. I'm just giving it a little scratch and a little jiggle. My money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds. I want to hear you wiggle wiggle for show. It's the wrong colour. I can't do it. I mean, I'll create it and I'll have another book if you want. I'm not averse to that. Like, get more billets, make more books. Like, I'll do that. I'm a risk taker. I've got 2 of these billets anyway, look. I'll make it. We'll have a look at it. We can have a look at it. It's just a real shame it's the wrong colour. Even green would work with her colour scheme. Or just a, more neutral colour, wouldn't it? A more neutral colour, like a black or a grey or something like that. No, they've gone for... Like, Klee herself is more warm tones anyway. She's got yellows and browns. So... That is a bit bright green, but at least green and red, it's okay. A bit like where you wear a bit of a striking brooch. It's a bit like that. She's got the green on this, slight green on that there, on the clover hanging off there. So that, okay. I'll tell you what I really like with this. 2 things. One, it's crit rate. And the other one is that defeating an opponent increases movement speed and attack by 20%. And one of the problems with Klee is that she's laborious in her throwing the bombs. And that can leave you vulnerable. And so that extra 20% speed, you do notice it. You do. And sometimes more attack. Like, I'm always on attack, attack, attack. More hits equals more attack. So 20% increase in speed equals 20% output in number of attacks. So... It's hard to work out exactly where the balance lies, but for me, that is an increase in attack as well. So I do like that. And my other options, I built that because I thought I'd give it to her, because I thought, like every other prototype, it was going to be attack on physical damage or attack on attack. It's not, it's attack on HP. So it looks alright in her hands because the brown on brown, like the brown of her, like brownie reds, yellows, that's all in the same cool... Like, that's all in the same warm tone, so that would look alright. But now I know it's not attack, no thanks. The wrong colour clash here, purple and red, so she can't have that. The Favonian Codex, she's Favonian, the book does not look right. It's got the right warm tones in the ivories, and the brighter colours there are actually yellowy, goldy sort of metals, aren't they? Sort of brassy metals, so they sort of suit her scarf and gloves and hair tone. But because it's got the turquoise and the blue, I'm not having it. It doesn't sit right with me. These cheaper books, before we look at the map of Mare, these cheaper books, the Magic Guide, no. That, it's like berry purple, cerise cherry, no. Turquoise green, kind of in the same way as you can have that, kind of. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. And then that, the Emerald Orb, is probably the most acceptable if it wasn't for the fact it was such cool tones. It seems to reflect off some of the warm tones, but from certain angles it looks very cool tone. So again, it's more graphite grey, not a warm tone ivory like her hair, and it doesn't suit her. Let's have a look at the map of Mare. That's the Sacrificial Fragments, sorry. Sacrificial Fragments, which I feel, because it's fragments, it feels icy, frozen. But that does look nice, but it's got a feather on it, but it's not quite. And there's the map of Mare. Now I do think that the crest on the front, the compass, is bang right. It's the right colour scheme. It's the ivory tones and the brassy tones, but they've gone for the blue. They've gone for that coupled with the blue, so it really is a strange contrast to Clear, isn't it? It might be the best book in terms of weapons or mastery or anything. I don't care. And it's got a purple. I didn't notice that before, but maybe that gem will change colour as you ascend it. But that gem is like a pink, if anything. Pink and red don't go together, so that's fucked. Nah, she's on that at the moment for the colour scheme. I mean, it's got the ivory tones, it's got the brass tones. The green should be red, but it's not. It's green, but green and red, they kind of like complement each other because they're the opposite of the spectrum, opposite of the colour wheel. They can work together. I think, I might be wrong, maybe they're a clash, maybe I'm wrong. But for me, that's okay. And the movement speed is good. I just, what did you say there? I hope they bring back old event weapon, Dodoko Tails. It's the best in slot for your style of picking weapons. It sounds good if it's about attack. And it's tailored to work on Clear. And she's Dodoko, anything like that, I'm in. You know, make a weapon for a character. That's why I want that polearm so much, because it's like the desert polearm, isn't it? On the list. On the wish list. That's like the desert polearm. I'm tempted just to press one button, one wish, and either get it or don't. 0.7 chance, get it or don't. I'm tempted to press that once for that staff, because that is the desert polearm. So if you're a character from the desert, it might not be your colour scheme, but it still suits you. Although saying all that stuff about colour schemes, it doesn't quite suit, does it? Purple and yellow can work, but it doesn't quite suit. I'm interested in the green claymore as well, because I think maybe Nahidia is going to be the green claymore. I mean, who's green in a claymore? I don't know how many characters, maybe you, would suit a green claymore. I don't know how many characters that scream green in their claymore slot, do I? Oh, she don't look green.
Huh?
And I'm happy with her weapon. That looks nice in her hands. Looks like a nice colour scheme for her. It's not quite perfect. It would be better if it was purples rather than blues, but they're close enough. The pink and the turquoise go alright. I have 100 wishes and it's not so far from 5-star, so not, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I've got a few wishes to throw around. I could wish for that. And it doesn't, does that fuck up your pity? I thought that's a different banner, so it doesn't fuck up your pity. I think this isn't that got its own pity? Or is pity universal? No, you can't, you're not allowed to say no, I don't know which question you're answering. It's got its own pity. It's got its own pity, yeah. So I could throw 10 at that and not care. And whatever we get a new weapon. Obviously, I'll be disappointed if we get a weapon we've already got, but, you know, worst case scenario, 10 wishes I get a weapon. It won't let me click on them to see, but the Lion's Roar, the Macaria Aquamarine, that must be the sword, mustn't it? And that's got to be Nahadia's weapon, Macaria Aquamarine. The Lion's Roar will be that one, the sword, the Favonius Lance, the Sacrificial Fragments and the Warbow. I'm not really interested in seeing them. And the bow's not any of interest. The 5-star bow is not of interest to me, because it's a funny water bow and I don't have whatever her name is, but There's also characters on it as well, so I could fail on a character and I wouldn't feel bad. And it's got all the same stuff, it's just got the weapons in as well, hasn't it? What do you reckon? Should we do it? We've been lucky so far, haven't we? I haven't asked MiHoYo. I haven't asked them for this, so they might not be ready to give it me. 5-star weapon, 0.7. Go on then. We'll do them one by one until we get a 10 star, until we get a 5-star. And we'll expect like 5 bits of crap on the way. But this is how you get drawn in. I will say this is how you get drawn in. You say, oh, well, I've got a few extras now, so I'll just spend them. You know, instead of saving them, which was our line. We drew our own cut-off line, didn't we? And now we're crossing it. And when you cross your own lines, you're lost. And I would also say this fate point selected the weapon already, the epitomized path. If you don't get the one you want, you've earned a fate point. You can't stop then. You're already halfway there. So whilst I like the idea of earning tickets towards it, I worry that it forces you to keep wishing. You might spend more wishes than you want here. I'm limiting it to our first pull, and then that's it. But it is already a step over my initial boundary. And I've already forgotten how... I think this is 3. Number 3. Could have got luckier. Number 4, we could get lucky. Come on. It's very unlikely to be, you know, giving me anything good on this. Number 5. So now we're not lucky. Because if we get them within the first 5, I consider it lucky. Number 6. I expect it to go to 10. Number 7. Maybe I'm counting wrong. Number 8. Okay. That's fucking cool. We're stopping there. What a lucky chuffer. That wasn't so bad, was it? That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I've got no idea. Yeah, stop. Yeah, stop. Just back away. Step away from the poker table. At least with poker, some real human wins. But in the casino games where it's the casino that wins, don't even bother. But this is like that, isn't it? I know, except I'm not gambling money. I haven't put any money in, so I'm not gambling officially. I can just about say, you know, when I die and go to heaven, and God says, listen, we've got you down for a bit of purgatory here because of all the gambling. I'll say, it wasn't gambling, I didn't put any money in. And they'll go, yeah, tell me again about how much you wanted that Nahidia and how you saved up those prima gems. Tell me again about it while you're doing your penance. So look, I got that great sword. Let's have a look then. That was fucking cool. I'm chuffed to bits with it, actually. I think it's got to be Nahidia's, hasn't it? Oh, it looks good in her hands, though, doesn't it? Finally a sword that she can wield that looks appropriate. Looks nice on her hands. Who else has got one? Who's a chuffer? Noelle. What's the stat? I'll show you. Let's have a look. Base attack 42, elemental mastery 36. The following effect will trigger every 10 seconds. The equipping character will gain 24% of their elemental mastery as bonus attack for 12 seconds, with nearby party members gaining 30% of this buff for the same duration. I don't know what nearby means. Does that mean co-op or does that mean when I switch? Multiple instances of this weapon can allow this buff to stack, which we're not going to get, but this effect will still trigger even if the character's not on the field. So I think if they've all got this weapon... Oh, that's co-op, right, okay. If they've all got this weapon, like you can have 2 players with the same weapon and they can both stack against each other, I think. Every 10 seconds, 24% of elemental mastery, which it's buffing, because it's an elemental mastery sword, is chuffed out as attack for 12 seconds. It's working it out. Every 10 seconds, you've got a 12-second buff. So all the time, because the buff lasts longer than the trigger, doesn't it? By the time it's cooled down, you're still using it. And then it's cooled down and it will go again. So basically all the time, you get 24% of elemental mastery as bonus attack. And your friends get 30% of that. So elemental mastery divided by 4 equals attack. Which is quite good because it's taking another stat and adding it onto your attack. Isn't it? That's nice that it's doing that. And you can increase your elemental mastery for that reason and know that it's still coming back to you in stack. And can stack up to 4 times, right? So you're going to get 4, you're going to get like 100%. An ancient greatsword that gleams like the waters themselves. 1,000 years of sand erosion has not dulled its unnaturally sharp edge one bit. Sand erosion, so maybe it's designed for the desert people. It's got to be Nahidia. She's got to be a claymore, hasn't she? We've already seen a couple of little claymores that work really nicely. So I'm thinking it's got to be her. Lesser Lord Kusanali. Where is my... her? She's got the sacrificial greatsword, but if I switch that out... I mean, it could be for her, couldn't it? But I wouldn't have considered... I mean, green against purple does work, but I wouldn't have considered designing that for her. I'd have thought she'd have had a different kind of look. What do you think? Do you think they did it for her? It's got to be Nahida, hasn't it? It's got to be the... It's got to be Portent. It's got to be a future Echo that, you know, she's a little chuffer growing into a big chuffer. She's going to be a big Archon. She's got a big sword. I think. And we've already seen a couple of little ones with claymores, so maybe not. Maybe, you know. But there's a limit to how many different kinds of weapons there are. We've got the classic. We've got the bow. Catalyst bow. Short sword. We've got, haven't we? We've got short sword. Pole arm. We don't have a little chuffer with a pole arm. But maybe they can't because maybe the little chuffers are too small to wield a pole arm. But we've got 3 with the claymore now. Or 2 and 3 if we consider it to be Nahidia's. Let me put your claymore back. It's another weapon to level up, but I'm pleased that we got it. It's not what I was looking for because I was looking for that staff, but she's still got the black tassel, you know, she's still got issues with her staff. But hopefully we can create one. Oh, actually, we've just created one, haven't we? Let's have a quick switch of this. And let's see this in her hands. That's not so bad, is it? The Crescent Pike. Now, you consider that. The Favonian. It's got this straight point and the straight across there. Like a crucifix, because it's based on the Church of Favonius, which somehow has got Jesus connotations, but like we've got that shape, and then you look at her and it's not her. She's curves, she's croissant, she's scimitar, like, you know, she's not straight edge and sharps and crosses. And even the shield with its geometric designs, it's got a triangle on it, but it's on a round shield. So we're looking at curves and lines again, and this is why I think the Crescent Pike with its circular top and the cool blue and the gradient on it, which mirrors this gradient, although it's not, it matches her eyes a bit, doesn't it? Sorry for the world join request, I don't know who it is, and I'm just in the middle of doing this, so like, you'll join my world and I won't be in the world running around. What's the point? I'll be here doing this. You can choose the one you like the most, but I cannot say I would like Crescent Pike. She converts basic attacks into hydro, so all the physical damage becomes obsolete, you're going to say, yeah. I'm a bit confused about this as well. She converts basic attacks into hydro, and you said as well it does it for my rest of my team. I know that if you get Benny's constellation up to max, it fucks up your team because everyone becomes a pyro, but I don't really know how it works. Let's have a look. I mean, just for the physical look of it, that's better for me, though. I can feel happier, and that's the main thing. You know, I'd rather put the attack weapon in her hand when she's attacking, or whatever, but these two just are the wrong colour scheme, aren't they? Look, you've got the yellow in the ivory and all that, but we need the ability, we really, really need the ability in Genshin Impact to just change that red for blue, or whatever. You know, just go into the menu and just change the red for blue. Can't I just colour scheme my weapons? Why not? Every other game you can, can't you? Just change the red for blue and then boom, you're in. Change that one to a purple one and you're in. Transform the weapon into another. Yeah, just the straight transmog as well. So it performs like a different weapon, but it looks like the one you want it to. But personally, I'd be happy even just the simple thing of a colour shader. Because that's all it is, isn't it, in the game? It's just a very simple... and it's cosmetic on a single player game, yeah. Like in the code as well, you know, if you're a game developer, it might be hard to do certain things and other things might be easy. I'm sure just turning a red into a blue, it's an RGB value. That's all it is. So I'm sure that's easy. But yeah, let me look at this then. She's got that, which I'm happier with the... Not the tassel, sorry. I'm happier with the look. And I want to look at her talents then. She does some strikes, that's the basics. This one. Rushes forward with her shield, dealing hydro damage. Raises her shield to block incoming attacks, forming a barrier. And absorbs hydro damage 250% more effectively. The barrier lasts until the skill is unleashed. And then that deals hydro damage. This thing, raises a weapon on high. Candice calls upon a divine blessing that deals AoE hydro damage. Characters deal increased elemental damage with their normal attacks. Whenever a character takes the field, they'll unleash a ripping wave of water that deals hydro damage. I didn't know that. Swords, claymore and polearm wielding characters under the effect will obtain a hydro infusion. So it's a bit like the Wet Boy swords that come spinning around. Like once you set her off, your hydro thing is going and you take a new character and they're doing hydro damage. Yeah? Is that what you're saying? Or am I literally not hitting with my sword anymore? I'm hitting with hydro sword from now on because she's in the team. I'm a bit confused, but like, because I see that's good because it combines them, electro and hydro or whatever, but it fucks up as well, doesn't it? If normal sword that cuts and makes slash damage, yeah, and now it's going to do cut and make hydro damage, yeah? Is that what we're saying? Now you've got a fire sword, yeah. I get the gist, yeah. The mage enchants sword. It's like a fire, like when the samurai do it, they do their swords. So I've got a hydro sword now when she's popping, yeah. Everyone else is hydro. It's like she's got everyone wet, and they're all hydros now. A bit like when Wet Boy does his spinning sword. I'm constantly doing hydro damage even though he's not on the field. Like she's wet them all up and they're all hydros. Which can be fucking annoying if we could try getting frozen, can't it? So you got to be careful. You don't know. The thing about Genshin Impact that's interesting to me as well is that you want these various things for various challenges. Like, it should be very good against certain enemies. But when you're out in the world, you don't know what enemies are coming. So, like, we ran around here with Amber, and then when it came to a fight, we might have to switch up. So I think there'll be times, I think she feels a bit special teams as well. I'd refer to some of them as special teams because I don't always want Lisa on just for running around, but there are times when Lisa is the fucking right job. You know, she'll the right lock, she'll fit the key in the lock. She'll like Oceanid when the birds are flying, Lisa. Amber is a special teams really, although she's a bit of a team leader. There are times where you want Amber to be doing certain things like range, pyro, of course, you know, setting things on fire. I've got more options now with Clee and stuff, but I see some of them as like special teams. Like, we're not always going to be running around with you, but there are going to be some instances where, my God, wouldn't you be useful? That's a bit like Sucrose as well. She's increased our, opened out our playstyle by her unique abilities. Not unique, but through her individual abilities. And I think that's going to be the same with Candice now, isn't it? Which is really cool. And I'm sleeping on Kuki Shinobu. She's cool as well. I'm sleeping on her. We've got to get her leveled up. This has been a really successful... new weapons, new characters. It's been a really successful run. I'm not going to be able to use that claymore for a bit because I'm not happy that anyone suits it so much, but it's there now for when we get the right character. What am I doing now? What am I doing here? I need some of them. We're going to have to go and have a run at that boss now, aren't we? We are. Because I've basically got it if I go and have a run at it. One wish, 5 star. This is how it works. Obviously a 5-star crappy bow. A 3-star. If I 1 wish, three. Forget it. Just forget it.
Good health should be enjoyed by all. If I can provide everyone with a life such as
Physical changes from physical to a magic damage. Got it. Yeah. I can just get down there. Look, it's really close. Assuming it's not difficult to get in and have the fight, I'm going to just head over there and just have a look. And maybe start to get her on the roll. But I will swap out.
Your side. But if you're still...
She's doing some talking. I will swap out for now. Characters down. Clee down.
I want to help. Leave it to me.
Didn't realise that. And this should be really straightforward, shouldn't it? I just fly into the big pyramid. Just go in. And then just fight it. I bet it won't be that straightforward. It can't be that straightforward, can it? Do you know what? I hope those game developers are not unhappy about my review, because if you watch it, it is quite a scathing review. I've been kind enough to them. But I get on my high horse about shit. Everyone can do at times, can't they? And like I said, I think it's better to make an interesting review with a pointed opinion than a review that just sort of says nothing. So I need Animo here, so I'm going to come back to this. Scarab Lord, Barney the Scarab Lord.
Body and mind.
Teleporter, so you can just come running straight in. This has got to be right. Down the steps, straight in the boss. Have the pop. This crew, Amber included. Amber included. Oh, fucking hell, look at it. Ooh. Amber's not really a fighter in this context, is she? She's more special teams, so Klee's down. I'm just going to put someone else in. I might even go Sayu, because I was joking earlier about her being DPS. Sucrose as well, we could go, couldn't we? With so many more characters, more options, you play what you enjoy. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. And new teams open for me. And that's what I wanted to do as well before. I'm doing it now as well, aren't I? Because I've got them here, yes. I wanted to see them stood next to each other. I really enjoy this part of it. It's a bit like on FIFA, half of the fun I used to have wasn't actually playing the football matches, it was arranging the team. Certainly on manager mode, you know, it's all about that. So yeah, I like seeing them.
What'd they do this time?
I even like seeing how tall they are compared to each other. I like seeing them as a little crew.
I'll ensure your safety.
And I like thinking about how I can go, for example,
I'll keep an eye on you.
Super Electro.
I'll watch your back.
We have got a lot of Electro characters now, haven't we? Like Super Electro. We've got variety in the Electro.
The threads of your fate lie in my hands. So, what's the deal?
I'm thinking she's going to come on as a good healer. But we also know that Electro and Pyro go nicely together, don't they?
I'll bring my seasonings.
Maybe a bit of Wet Boy or Candace.
Stay close.
You know, that could be a squad, couldn't it? I'm still thinking in my old school frame of mind of, you know, one-on-one, hit them hard, go through your different skills. But we could be thinking about Sucrose as a number one.
I can do it.
And anyone that's got a wider, like Sucrose and you would work, wouldn't you, Candace? Because once you've made her wet effect happen, she'll pop the thing and it'll be a wet swirl with it. Maybe a wet swirl with a pyro would work, or with an electro. Yeah, there's so many more options, isn't it? And I like seeing them, like I said, looking like a crew like this. And it's almost like you're picking members of a band. I've done this before, talking about which instruments they'd play and how they look together. Catalyst won't get Hydro Infusion, right? It won't. So,
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale, reporting.
these have all got green hair. Like, there are other reasons to pair them up. I'm doing my stupid thing now about fashion, but there are other reasons to pair them up, other than you haven't got green hair, have you? No. What about this? What about this? Look, he's a little doggin.
Prepare to move out.
I've got another one that's little animals, haven't I? Who else is animals? She's a little animal.
The hunt begins.
Is that all my animals? I thought somebody else was animal. Oh, he's an animal.
We're going to hunt.
I can start pairing them up for different reasons. Just based on their personalities. I obviously missed out
disappoint me.
on one of the Liwei Qixing recently.
What's happening?
It's a bit of a disappointment to not get
Let's
Ganyu,
go.
because
Time is
she
against
fits
us.
there in that slot as part of the Liwei Qixing. Like, I need Ganyu for that, don't I? And then you put the little Liwei team together. But I also like doing the Mondstadts. Did it earlier. Where are you? No. Where have you gone? There.
As you wish.
I do like doing the Mondstadt ones
Leave
together
it to
as well.
me.
Oh, you already know. Long day. Big day. Big day. He's had a big day.
I want to help.
Sucrose and Lisa seems like they would go well together just by their nature.
Here, let me help you.
She wants to help, she wants to help. You know, and it's like their nature, and they're both Mondstadtians, and they're both sort of in the only melee face to face. Oh yeah, only melee weapons. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, got yeah. They're both in this like they're both into books and research and writing, whereas Amber's more of an outgoing character. Noelle is a bit more preppy, isn't she? She's a bit more. I mean, he's a detective, and obviously Wet Boy likes his books, doesn't he? Wet Boy likes his
Chivalry
books.
will never die.
So we've got this theme of books and research going on here. And our main character, she carries a book as a catalyst. She's got a book bag. She's supposed to be doing some learning, but she's not a professor like the others. You know, she's more of a student. So I wonder who else I've got that it might be the detective, you know. Might be that he does some reading in his free time. You know, who's the most studious? Maybe Rosie counts in this, you know, as a bit of a... have we got anyone that's connected to the academia, I wonder? But you see, I'm able to make a squad here now based on a different, completely...
I hear you've got a job for me.
completely separate, random... Could just be going for all the girls, all the boys, all the shorties, all the tallies, all the kiddies, whatever, but... I like to do that, and I like to mess about in that way. I find it really fun. Tell you what I'm doing. I'm doing this, right? I didn't realise what I was doing then. So, I'm going to actually go and resurrect Clee. Because I want to kill this fucker. Bookworms. Yai Miko, Kokomi. Albedo would be the one. Albedo, yeah. Albedo's perfect for it, isn't he, with his research? It'd be Albedo's research team. And he's got Lisa back in the office, cataloguing everything. And he's got Sucrose doing experiments. And he's got, See what I'm doing with my brain? It's like, I said this before, it's like you play with dolls, but when you're a kid, you play, I used to play with, my sister had My Little Pony, and she had, like, you know, dolls, but I had Mask and Transformers, and I had wrestling figures, and they were dolls, and I used to play with them. They already had personalities, because Jake the Snake Roberts was Jake the Snake Roberts, but I used to have all different characters in my wrestling ring, and I'd take different action figures from different environments. Like a Transformer could come in the ring and, you know, have a fight with Hulk Hogan, and like in my brain I'd have to like construct the stories around it. Or whatever, when you're playing with Lego, you know, you've got your little armies in your Lego and they're, and I'm going to throw it through. Your brain's doing all that. It's playing with dolls. It's, you get an effigy, you get an idea catalyst, you get a spark of an idea from an item, and your brain does all the rest. And it's the same here. Like, you've got a lot of ideas and a lot of personalities going on, and I'm like, she'll get on with her, and they'll have a good time together. And, you know, I'm doing all that in my brain as well. Which is good. It's like imagination play. There's nothing wrong with that.
Something's
It's
come
fun.
up.
It's fun. You do it all the time. Everyone does it. Like, people give their cars a woman's name sometimes, or anything.
Bring my notebook.
Signora's versus the Mondstadt. Yes, Signora versus only Mondstadt people. Now that's a good thing. You and your friend do theme cart bosses. What a good idea. That's the sort of fun I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. And then all of a sudden Barbara has it like, you know, there's a reason for hindering yourself with the character. But yeah, like we could do like, what you call it? I don't want to say handicap because that's, you know, the wrong word, isn't it? Certainly in the modern terms. You could like in golf they talk about a handicap, don't they? It seems like the wrong kind of word, but you could make life difficult for yourself by doing all healers or something, or like, yeah, there's so many options there to have fun with. And I know the Spiral Abyss, and my pointed angle at it is always attack, but this other world is there and I don't explore it enough. Maybe there should be more areas where it's more fun to do that, and more maybe like, it's almost like you could have and there are in domains, you need the right answer to the question. You need the right Animo character coupled with the right other character to get this swirl going to win the domain quick. You know, you need the right key for the right lock. And it would be interesting to have some areas that, you know, it relied on you choosing a very different kind of team to, like, it's not about attack or damage, it's about having the right elements that can combine to unlock these puzzles. That would be interesting as well. I mean, they do it as a premise in the game. They do it a lot. Little things peppered around the map that you say, I better come back here with an Electro character, or I need to come back here with the Geo Traveller. You know, why is Clee still dead? Like, what did we just do? This always does this to me. Now I can put her in my squad even though she's dead though. So that was interesting. Like, how am I able to put character down in my squad? Thanks. 2 characters at a time, tag team battle, yeah, really interesting. I didn't know with co-op, I didn't realise that you couldn't, I didn't know if you could or couldn't swap around with your characters, but when we did that co-op mission we did where we're flying down from the air, we're only 1 character at a time, and yeah, being able to tag team in and like, or I think the way they, you know that you can use a 5th character, we do it all the time in the, you know, we have a 5th character with our little run-throughs, so opening that out, in some areas you can have 5, in some areas you can only have 3. Like, that would be interesting as well, wouldn't it? There's a lot of mechanics for them to tinker with if they so chose. And thankfully, they're doing such a good job of the rest of the game. They don't even have to bother messing around with that. But we know it's all there to play with. And you can hamstring yourself by deciding to do this without a healer. Or to do this with just Barbara. But, look at this environment as well. Look, sands, sparkling sands. Got these fire tables, balls of fire on tables. This is all cool as fuck. The vibe of being inside the pyramid, the energy. I'm liking this. Step up to the plate. Don't know what's going to hit me next, so I'm just going to eat. Oh, that increases my HP. I've got nothing. Got nothing. Okay. Just don't die then. What? Magic, if anything.
Speed of light.
Shit. I feel like I should just stand next to it and kill it, but I don't know what it's doing.
With sword comes shadow.
I should really watch for its attack patterns first, you know, so I know what to avoid. Well, obviously avoid anything that's lit up. What's that? What's going on here? The fuck is this?
Don't blink.
That doesn't look good. It's trying to kill me. Hello?
Speed of light.
Oh, what's going on?
Rise.
It's like I can kill these things sometimes.
La la la. Dumpy dumpy.
Don't blink.
Okay, I've killed that now. Use Electro to hit the component as it's recovering and trigger the catalyzed reaction. What?
Incoming. Nowhere to hide. Speed of light. Hey!
Tomb of the Desert King.
Orders given. Orders
Tomb of the
received.
Desert King.
We are flight.
Team with the Pudding King.
Rain outlines your fit.
Pudding King. It's taking a while to do the damage, but I am doing the damage, so I'm just going to stay in and do it.
Incoming. Witness the power of Gugwa.
I know that's hitting me, but I don't care. I'm just damaging it, so I'm just in here damaging it. This is going well, in a way. Anyway. Okay, now use Electro to do whatever it said, so I hope that worked, because I don't know what the fuck.
Speed of light.
I'm glad I brought an Electro character for, eh? Didn't bring in a Dendro. You'd have thought it were only Dendro, but it didn't. And it's not causing me too much trouble. I shouldn't say that, should I? But maybe it'll go into a different phase in a second. It's got different attack things, but they're all kind of predictable. Like, it does a light, and then you can see where it's going to attack, so that's fine. Like that, you know, just stand outside of that, and then kill these things. Anything with a health bar needs to be killed. Simple.
With sword comes shadow. Don't blink.
It doesn't seem to be killing me very hard. I shouldn't speak too soon, should I? But right, use Electro to. I'm trying. No. I fucked that up, didn't I? I don't know what happened. Or did I not fuck it up? I don't know.
Let me read you a verse.
We're getting the cleave. And this is where I need Sucrose as well to start doing this pumping damage, isn't it? She really does multiply up the damage. I am getting
To the chase.
getting aware. I'm becoming self-aware. I'm becoming sentient.
Life goes on.
Here we go again.
That really hurt you.
This charge because I feel like I'm going to start taking damage in a second. If I can just get my damage, get my healing going if I could. Still no healing. Come on.
Rain outlines your
Sacred
There
name.
you go. But I need
Fortune
Electro now.
preserver.
Sorry, Electro.
Wheel of life.
Shit.
incoming.
I've got one. I think that helped. I mean, I have no way of knowing. Fire's alright. Klee's usually my big damage. I don't think she's doing as much damage because I think it's about the elements, isn't it? I think it's receiving the fire quite well, but I don't think it likes the elect. Oh, 7,000 on the wet. It doesn't like the wet. Candice would be good in here.
With sword comes shadow.
Which is good because she's the one that you're getting the stuff for, isn't it? So Candice would be good in here.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Life goes on.
I can never get this right. It's too quick.
Cut to the chase.
We're doing it. It's not problematic, you know. It's not doing anything that really hurts me, like in one big chopper of a damage. In fact, I shouldn't say this too early, but it's one of the easier bosses. Because I can see it's telegraphing very clearly where it's attacking.
Body and mind.
You know, I can see those things. I don't have to get hit by them.
Don't blink.
I'm choosing to, but I don't have to get hit by them. And then kill it. And then it's like, I want you to use Electro.
Speed of light. Hey! With sword comes shadow.
You do your best to use Electro, I suppose. And then you're in for the big kill.
No, my sword.
Opening box of Adepti tricks. Surprise.
Rain cutter.
Should have finished it then. This will finish it.
La la la.
Easy life. Fun, but not really a challenge, I don't think. Couldn't call that a challenge. I I kind of knew it was going to do this to me, but more gladiator stuff. Couldn't vary that. Fair enough, got loads of it. 2 of those, that's fine. 1 big chunk, that's fine. Hit his batteries when they open with electro to make it do a shortcut and be down. Right. Right. Just make sure you got electro on at the right time then, yeah. It's not a big stressor though. That was easy life. Gave me a red chunk as well, so I'm happy with that. Except, where's my blue? Boing, boing, boing. Let's have a look at how much blue I've got. Where are you, Canidis? I don't need to look in here, I'll look somewhere else. I'll go to my favourite table, my favourite crafting table. How much blue have we got? I've got 1, I can make 1 big blue. I've got 9 fragments. I've got 12 pieces, 9 fragments, 3 chunks. Got a little bit to get her up there, but when it comes to the top line, we're going to be trying to grind the blue. And it'll either be child... I mean, you can only do child once a week. So, between the bosses, either they drop the blue, or they don't. And, like, there's not enough bosses. Even if, let's say, there's 1 boss a day for a week. I've got child Monday, Divanin Tuesday. I've got Azahara. Azaraha. No, that's the Gears of App. Where are you? Azahara. It's this one, isn't it? Azdaha. That might drop blue. So there's 3. You know, I could do 1 run a day. Child, Divalin, Wolfboy, Azdaharazar. I only need 1 more. The Electro one, that's a boss, isn't it? And I could be doing that. You know, there's probably 1 a day that I can do for. But in terms of grinding it, I like to say, right, I'm going to earn all my blues now, so I'm going to hit this Oceanid. Like, if I have to hit it 10 times, I'll do it in a row, 10 times in a row. I might get bored and split it into 2 halves, but you know, I just like to hit the same thing over and over again until I'm done. Guaranteed the blue. Guaranteed. It might not come out gemstone, but I'm guaranteed blue. And I just keep doing it until I've got it. Whereas once a week on the bosses, you get what you get and you have to go, oh, I didn't get blue that time. All right. The end. So that's like extra for me. That's like bonus. I can't count on it. I can't guarantee it. Whereas the grind, I can guarantee. As long as I've got the resin, you know, there's not... if I consider it even to be 2 and 2 each time, at least you know, that's my bottom line. So I feel a bit funny about not getting the same colour crystals. We don't have a lot of books for her either yet, do we? More things to grind. But I've got all the materials. I need one. Oh, I'm going to be running around the desert looking for these, aren't I? It's going to end up being in the hundreds. I did notice the other day, though, right? One of the interesting things about the mushroom runs, the lily runs, the having to go around Mondstadt and get all those chuffing Philomeno's for Klee, it's that they're not there every day. You go around and collect them, and then you leave it for a couple of days for them to respawn, and then you go back there. So actually, there's a reason for me to keep popping back to Inazuma. Well, there was. I don't need any more crystal marrow now, thank you. But there was a reason for me to keep popping back there. There's a reason for me to keep popping back to, a couple of areas in Sumeru. And if you don't consider it a sort of, I want them all today grind, but over the course of a month, I keep popping back up to the forest and collecting the mushrooms. It's like, oh, hello again, Mondstadt. Oh, hello again. It's like, popping back for a little hello, isn't it? Grab some mushrooms, kill some things. It's okay to do it that way. But when you want to grind it and you want them all at once, it's frustrating because they're hard to get. You have to wait for the respawn. So it's how it is. It's how it is, I suppose. It's how it is. I've got some reputation. And I'm totally losing track of time in my life now as well, in the real world. See, it's nearly 11 o'clock in the real world. I haven't had my dinner yet. Look at all these. Sweet. Sumeru Desert ones. Reputation from a quest. It's not bad. I'm sticking with the Inazuma reputation until it's all done. And then we'll move on to Sumeru next.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
Yeah, so my choices are now do more quests. I'm not, because it's coming towards the end of stream now, isn't it? We've done another 2 hours session. We've got a lot done. I'm happy with my dolls. We're back on the grind for books. Because she's going to have to come along as well. Book tax for Kaching. She's creeping up to 90. If we have a look at my shelves.
Bombs, so heavy.
Now we've got our top line. They all make sense. These are tier 1, still top liners. They all make sense. They're all level 80s. They've all got decent artifacts. They've all got decent weapons. They're all fully squad-worthy characters. Top line are the big damage, you know, top line characters, but these all 80s. Amber is now an 80. She heads up this second tier of level 70s, which is squad serviceable. You know, you can take a level 70 Lisa with the right book in to see the Oceanid, but they've not got the best artifacts. They've not fully ranked up to level 80. They've, in the main, their talents are level 6s. So you need to start pulling your socks up this line, get yourself up to level 80, get your talents up to 7, and you're really what I would call tier 1. And that top tier, they've got talents of 7 or over. They're all at level 80s up to 90s. They're mainly 5 stars. And then in this final third, or whatever you'd call it, we've got characters that I'm actually leveling, and some that I haven't really bothered with. And the reason I haven't bothered with them is mainly the footwear, mainly because Kaya's attitude, but you haven't got enough books to go around everywhere. On this list that wants to come through, I want Fischl to come through. I want her Kuki Shinobu to come through. Obviously Candice is getting fast track now. And I do want Ningguang to be squad worthy. And I've been pushing Dory. She's up to level 60. She's nearly on the 70 shelf. So we're going to get those through. Benny, again, it seemed interesting. Just like Barbara, got up to a certain point, but others have leapfrogged him in the priority list. So we will hopefully eventually get to these chuffers on the bottom line. But you can see with this sort of step-by-step tier list I've got, I push them up to 70 or to near. Make that leap to 70, make that leap to 80, make that leap to 90. These are like tiers that once I've got you on the 70 shelf, you can languish. Dion has been on that 70 shelf for a while, you know, and it's up to me to pick who I'm going to start pushing next. He's the next one to get the lift from 70 to 80. He's started to get a few books. I think it's his time. She'll come through next, followed by her. And then I'll pick her. And we'll keep pushing that way, and eventually, you know, he's at 90 now with all the artifacts and all the, well, not all the artifacts, but a decent set and a good weapon. So yeah, 70 is a good point, and the level 6 and 70, so it gives us the chance to mess with them, doesn't it, and to have them as part of the squad. So that's where we want to, you, Ningguang, Dory, Ningguang, Candice, Fischl, Kuki, and Barbara, and even Benny. They all want to hit 70, maybe even Goru. They all want to hit 70. And it's about who I then choose to lift into these higher echelons, which eventually will be everyone, hopefully. But at the moment, there's different priorities, aren't there? We could even make a squad by eye colour, couldn't we? Red eyes. Pinky red eyes. Red eyes. Amber eyes. Amber eyes. Amber eyes. What's Gravekipper got? Amber eyes. And Ningguang. Red. and Dorian, but you could do a squad by eye colour. Lisa and Benny are both green eyes, look. I don't know. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the state of the game. I'm happy with the state of our squad. I'm really lucky and grateful.
Explosion inside city wall. Grounded be thy woe. Explosions.
Got a new sword. Didn't we? We got a new sword. That's really cool.
Can hurt people. Jin can be dreadful.
Yeah, I'm a bit in awestruck actually about how good. Like, today's stream was really good, really. I broke it in half, which is a bit of one of them, but at the start we had all that chat from. We had someone in our stream today that's actually acting in a video game on the random, talking about the 5 dates.
Can I go catch up on my sleep?
And we might even get them on for an interview in the future. The sword kind of looks delicate in her hands.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it looks less heavy and weighty than that club, doesn't it? Looks like a bit of a sharp chopper. It's more weighty down the hilt. That's got to be Nahidia's sword, hasn't it? It's got to be. Yeah. It actually helps Sayu. What? Because of its effects. Again, I'm ignoring that. I'm just looking at exactly. I'm ignoring that. I'm just looking at how it looks. Elemental masteries and stuff, but. Attack, you see, attack, debate club, attack. I still need to go and get more of these. Lots more to do. Right, so I want to stay on and just do more, but we've spent our we spent our resin, we've done our commissions, we've not done any big quests. We did a little bit of a quest, didn't we, to get that weapon stuff. We've got new characters. Our wishing was successful. We've opened up the desert. This weekend, we're going to be doing the main, or some of the story, or whatever quests. Might leave the Archon quest till next week, because let everyone do it for themselves and see it for themselves, and then do it on stream later. So people aren't getting any spoilers through us. And then, like, there's still shitloads for us to do, isn't there? And now we've got even more to do, because we've got grind... characters to bring through. So, oh yeah, I wanted to show you, this is something else I wanted to show you before we go. I was talking about these other games and the B-side channel. So if I go to YouTube and Ganjikidd, which is the channel that these videos appear on YouTube, Ganjikidd, and then we go to channels there, and Battery Exhausted, the B-side channel. And I said I've got some other games that I want to bring on there. There's a new game called Matriarch. And I bought this. I appreciate, if you're not in the same part of the world as me, or even if you are, like, fucking hell, I go on all night, don't I? So you can catch up with these streams anytime. You know, you can catch up with the videos on the B-side anytime. Of course, it's all recorded, and I'm just really grateful that you're here, you know, through these streams now. Like, thanks. So no stress at all. Have a good sleepies. This game is one of these games where you, it's like Among Us. You know, you've got to not get caught. But what happens is the matriarch, who is a human player, has to guess who is a bot and who is a real player. And you see, look, you've been spooked, you got caught. The idea of the game is that the bots will perform like standard tasks, look, and you've got to dig out. You've got to try and dig out. But the bots will perform like chores, and you go about and do your chores and try and look like a bot. And if you get spotted, then you're in trouble, look. But if you can dig out, if you can secretly dig out, then you win. So it's a bit like Among Us, but with slightly different objectives. And without the conversational bit, just you have to behave. So it's an interesting concept, and it's on Steam, so I'm going to be playing that tonight on the B-side stream. It's nearly midnight now in my world, so maybe I won't. You never know, but that's the plan. You'll try. This game seems curious. You don't have to stay up and watch the stream. You just watch it whenever you want, but that game looked interesting to me, so that's the sort of thing that I want to use the B-side stream for, and it won't be on Twitch. It'll be on stream on YouTube, because I think, if anything, out of all of the channels and things we've been doing, this Twitch stream is now a Genshin Impact stream. That's all I ever do on Twitch, and it's nice. I mean, try and watch the video on YouTube. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, do that. It's agreed, signed in contract. I've got that in writing. It's on there in writing. I can copy that off the internet and put it in a contract. And if you don't watch it, you're in breach of contract. There'll be legal trouble. No, do what you like. Just, it's great to have you here. It's nice. Thank you. Yeah. And so we've got plans for the future. We've got Genshin Impact this weekend. I don't even know what fucking day it is these days, but we've got daytime streams on YouTube. Zhongli's going to get you. Zhongli's going to get me. He's so serious. He's such a serious chuffer. Big old Zhongli. Yeah, we've got loads lined up, and on top of that, I want to start bringing interviews to the game. You know, I want to start bringing interviews to the channel, to the content platform, whatever we call it. I want to keep pushing forward and making things better. Pushing forward, yeah. So you be good, my little puckos. And remember, if you can't be good, you're naughty.